Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Wildest Woman podcast. I am Rachel Dawn. I am a coach, high ticket marketer. And here today, I am with Mr. Kill the Markets, JD. He is an amazing Forex trader and an amazing Forex mentor, and is absolutely amazing at mentoring people and helping people as well to get their own Forex journey going. How's it going, JD?
All is going super, man. The sun is bright, shining on me, so it's giving me a different glow that I can't glow. So I'm feeling really good.
That's amazing. That's awesome. JD and I met in Playa del Carmen, Mexico, and he is like one of my best entrepreneurship friends and people there. And yeah, he is just really amazing at what he does. And I want to start bringing on more people onto this podcast for you guys that so if you're interested in something else, or people in general that have really great advice when it comes to business and when it comes to different ideas and different experiences as well, to inspire you in many ways. So JD here, um, tell the viewers, tell listeners a little bit about your entrepreneurship journey. JD has an entrepreneurship journey like unlike any people I have like heard in this world. Like, he currently has how many followers on Instagram?
On which account?
On his Mr. on your Forex one, your Mr. Kill the
The
Markets.
markets, that's 57,000.
Yeah, he currently has 57K. He like worked his way up doing all sorts of things, and the hustle this man has is just incredibly unreal. So, without further ado, JD, what has your entrepreneurship journey like been like and look like throughout the years, and how did you find the motivation to get where you are?
Okay, I guess I'll start from how did I find the motivation to be doing what I'm doing now? Um, so I was inside a children's home, which is almost considered like an orphanage in the US. Obviously, that doesn't mean you're an orphan. It's just a place where they put kids that have no family that wants to collect them. Anyway, came out, and while I was inside Columbus House, started getting phones from persons and reselling them, getting a little commission. Um, I knew a little bit about graphic design back then. I started teaching people about it. Like, I wasn't scared to charge persons for it, because most times when you first start, you're scared to, okay, what am I going to charge someone? What am I going to do this? What will they think?
Right.
And I
Started upping your value very early.
right
It's
got
good.
over that fear. And I got over that fear, but finally ran away. And I was heavy into fitness at that time. So I had this coach. He started teaching me everything he knew about nutrition, all the courses he took to get there. Like, he still had the books he gave me to read. He gave me about six of his clients, and they were paying me like 250 a month each. And I was
Wow,
like,
so you even got into like fitness coaching as well. That's something I did not know.
oh yeah. That's I think that's what really kept me above the water when I was 18 years old.
Right.
Hmm.
Yeah, fitness is such like a amazing way to build that discipline. And you, if you're going through a hard time, like no matter what it is, I feel
Right.
like the gym is literally, it's always there for you, you know? Like,
Mhm.
it's more so than anything I think people forget about or don't even realize the reason why entrepreneurs and a lot of people that are like quote unquote gym rats like go to the gym so much isn't so much sometimes for the look, obviously for the body, but also for your like mental health, right?
Right. Yes. And it helps obviously release most of those hormones that we need to keep us focused, even just for a little bit, maybe for like 4 hours after the gym. It's still inside our body and still keeping us focused. So definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. One thing I really like about you too is like, so you were mentioning with your journey with being like in a home, and obviously that not being your choice, and kind of you elaborated a little bit before, I think you told me like you kind of being treated almost as if you did something wrong when
Hmm.
you obviously you didn't do anything wrong. And
Right.
like you were saying just now, like, there are people like, charging people to, around me to do like learn how to do illegal things, but one thing I like about you is you always kind of you stuck to the straight and narrow. Yes, you're always looking for ways, I think, to kind of I don't know, like break out of the system, but you're always like teaching people like the like quote unquote, right way to do things, and that's something that I like love about you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I think these events is what kept me really going because I look at it, I'm like, there's no way I'm going to allow something so simple to break me. Because when you look
Yeah.
at the amount of people that come from these things, either they're working some basic ass job or they're on the streets or they're begging for some tired. I ran away. I went with my mom for 6 months. She kicked me out when I turned 18 because she said, exactly like this, right? All I do is lay my sweaty ass balls in a gym. So when she kicked me out, that's when I had this real estate mentor. I told him about the situation. I never took what he was doing serious, but then he brought me on. He got me a place for 3 months. He said after that, I have to start paying my own bills. He's teaching me everything he knew about safety
Wow.
and real estate. He
Oh
got
my
me a warehouse
word.
job. So like I had 3 jobs. I was helping him, assisting him with certain things. He'd give me like $300-400 a week, sometimes 1,000 based off how things was. Then I also had a warehouse job was paying me 350 or 400, something like that, a week. And I was only like 5 to 6 hours there as a day. Plus I was doing training clients, the clients my mentor helped me got. And
Wow.
yeah,
So
all of
already
that.
starting that up from, I mean, you're only, I know you don't like to share your age, but can I share your age on this podcast? Because I feel like it.
Yeah, you can.
JD is only 20. Wait. You just turned 22, right? Didn't you?
I just turned what?
Didn't you just turn 22, right?
Yeah, I did in June.
Yeah. This man has worked his way up and he's like, I think most people like around in your at your status, they're a lot older than you are. So I think that's really amazing that he's done this from such a young age. But yeah, those mentors, like that's really amazing that he like had the I don't know, just like love in his heart to really give to you. I think it's really the mentors and the people that we have around us sometimes at certain parts in our life that really push us to know that like, okay, we're capable of more, but
Mhm.
also like really, give us some sort of helping hand that help us through. Sometimes I've noticed, like with you and with a lot of other entrepreneurs that I'm close friends with, they always, not always, but most of the time have some sort of, the ones that are really successful, have some sort of uh backstory that's or some sort of horrific experience that they've gone through. Sometimes a lot of the times like they come from broken families or they have like even their parents have just passed away at really young ages, and it's like
Mhm.
something about that, something because if you've gone through something so incredibly hard, it pushes you to really want more for yourself.
That's
So I feel
true.
yeah.
For some people it breaks, some people though, going through so much breaks them.
Yeah, I think it definitely depends on how you look at it and also the people that are there around you. Like, say for instance, that mentor you have, because I think a lot of entrepreneurs are all like, learn from discomfort, learn from all of these things, and that's
Right.
true. But I think also you can learn a lot from love,
Yes.
especially when you have been through so much adversity. Love
Mhm.
almost feels like the unknown. Love almost feels uncomfortable,
Right.
in that same way that pushes you. So
I agree.
tell us about so then from there, so you started doing like coaching clients with trading, and how was it like working
Oh,
your way up that as far
okay.
as that?
So while I was inside, while I was going through all this, one of my friends, they were inside Exuma. Exuma is another island. It's like Exuma and Bimini are like one of the top touristy islands. Obviously, Nassau and the Providence is because it's the capital, but like the touristy, like where you could get that Bahamas experience, not a city, because Nassau is more like a city. That's where it would be. And he was making like 4,000, 5,000 a month. And I was like, damn, bro, that's pretty good. So he told me to come out to Exuma. So I actually went out there for a photography job. So keep in mind, this is like 2018, 2017. So and then over time, I got better. I got like this cheap vlog camera, but it was better than using the iPhone. I think it was 5 at that time or something. I can't remember, iPhone 5 or something I was recording off of. And so I initially went to Exuma for a photography job because I initially said, okay, maybe I have some experience with a
You're
camera.
doing photography too, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
But man, God is so good. So when I got there, I met the guy, the manager of HR, and his friend was the general operations manager, something like that. So you have the general manager, you have the on-site general operations manager, and the off-site one. And I met the off-site one, and he was like, the way you speak and present yourself and the things you say, why don't you apply to be a loyalty and travel agent, which is like a sales agent for sandals? Your job is to get guests to book back to this resort or the other 17 resorts. And
Mhm.
I was like, man, I dropped out of high school in grade 11 when I ran away. And I told him, I was like, I don't have no college degree, no high school degree. And he's like, what about BGCSEs? So BGCSEs is like SATs or whatever the national exam is in the US. And I told him no, because I didn't get a chance to take that. And he's like, all right, just do the interview and see what happens. So did the interview and I got the job, man. At 18 years old with no degree or nothing, I got the job. And I was like, damn, that's good. Because the base pay was $250 a week. Plus you got commission from the sales, whether you sell a room, credit card, insurance, or airfare.
For the
So
Bahamas, that's pretty good, right?
right. This one
This
was
taught you how
more,
to sell though. I think that's something that a lot of entrepreneurs like you can either teach yourself how to sell just by like literally starting the business and doing it,
yep.
or learning from a mentor, which is what I did,
Mm-hmm.
or like a course or something, or getting a job. Oh, I also did have a sales job for a while. You know, getting a job that is in the realm of sales that really teaches you how to build close relationships with people and how to sell to them based off of that, how to or just in general, also the skill of selling is something that you can learn through practice, but also like getting some sort of job like that, that's going to benefit you in the long run if that's something that you have to do right now, or like choose to get like a sales job because A, you can work yourself up way up usually, and B, also like it's going to teach you the skill that you need for your business, which is so valuable.
Right. I agree. I really agree with that.
You told me you then started your own business kinda on, like, your own Instagram page on the side
Oh, yes, yes,
to
yes.
sell to people.
So
How did that go?
this is my first month went crazy, right? So my first month I made $2,000 in commission. And I
Mm,
was like, whoa,
wow.
shit. Yeah, I was like, shit, that's fucking good. So I bought a new camera, and this is still the same camera I have now. I had a Sony and some other cameras, but even after I sold them, I still never sold this one I have now, the Canon EOS Rebel I have now.
Uh-huh.
So I bought that. I bought a laptop. I bought a GoPro, and I just started like paying to go on tours and taking photos. And every guest I meet in a resort, they would always ask me, "Hey, what else is there to do? How do I do this?" And I couldn't. So the resort has their own tourist shop, like booking thing where they book the tours for the guests. And obviously, those agents will get a commission. And I asked the general managers, like, "Hey, I speak to a lot of the guests more than these agents. I don't just sit inside the office or go walk around the pool, walk around the property." And he was like, "Oh, we still can't give you commission. That's not your department." So I said, "Okay, cool." So after speaking to a few of the guests that came there, because there were a lot of entrepreneurs at that time making money from drop shipping, Instagram, social media marketing, I
Right.
just started YouTubing it. I bought Ty Lopez course and I made an Instagram page. This Instagram page, I called it Exuma something. I can't remember. But like I posted all the photos I took, started posting stuff on the stories, and I started getting followers literally from just posting about swimming with the pigs and things around Exuma. And people started messaging me, "Hey, how can I book this or book that?" Cool. So what I now did was I went to all the tour people, the older tour people, not the younger ones, because the younger ones are really hard headed. But there are a lot of older people, like 50 plus, 45 plus, that have their own boat. I asked them, I said, "Hey, I work at Sandals." I didn't tell them I'd have been getting offline, but I told them, "Hey, work at Sandals. Um, there's a lot of guests that ask me about this. Would you give me a commission if I refer them to you?" And I said, "Yes." They give
Mhm.
me 100, 250, 500, because they had different tours. Like they had $1,500 tours, $2,000, $5,000 tours. So what I did was I got prices from everyone and I made my own packages. And what I did was I put it on the website. Man, this was Squarespace. I didn't really use WordPress at the time. I used Squarespace to put it on the website. And every time I speak to a guest, and I was like, well, maybe, check Exuma Living. I don't remember the exact username. I'll just say Exuma Living for now. And I'll say, check this page. And it's like, oh, wow, I'd love to do that. And I say, well, just message them. So that message and their book, and a lot of people before they even came to Exuma was doing it as well. So while doing that, I met this guy that, was talking about he does crypto, Forex, whatever the case may be. And I mentioned it around my sales manager. So this sales is a different department, but he's still over the loyalty and travel department. And he said he does crypto, and he's telling me he actually has $1 million worth of XYZ. Now, at that time, this was in Christmas. I wasn't heavy into it, and I didn't believe. I'm like, bro, if you're a millionaire, there's no way you're going to be working the sandals. So he showed me his Binance account, and it actually had it. And there was this next saxophone player who was probably worth 500,000 at that time in crypto. And he showed me, he's like, bro, just do this, buy this amount, and put this in Bitcoin and some other things. And it was this next gold thing that was going around. He said to purchase this as well. Now the gold one, I got scammed. They never sent the card to the Bahamas, which is cool. It was only like $500 anyway. But the crypto one, I think I made like 200% of my money, and then I wasn't listening to him anymore. I just started doing my own thing and lost everything that I put into it. Then in 2019, I started buying Forex courses and, listening to different people online, and I started getting better. And I quit my job in June. So I started fitness training people again, I was making money from the sales. I was making like $5, $25, $50 a day from trading. I said, you know what? Forget this job. I don't need it. So I left sandals, and I started coaching people again, like with fitness training and different things like that while doing tours. Me and my bro, we started our own photography and videography business. So like a lot of the female influencers that came to the Bahamas, they would actually pay us to shoot videos. I think that was the most easiest thing I did at that time, because they would pay for our fare to come to the Stocking Island. They would pay for our food for the whole day, and we still got paid. So it was like, damn, we almost literally ate
That's
free every
nice.
single day. Yeah. And then I started posting some of my profits online, and MLM reached out to me. I think it was IML. I don't remember who was the first MLM, and it's like, oh, you're doing this, bro. I love your page. That whole MLM recruiting thing where they message. And I'm saying in my head, damn, this is really good. Signed up. I started posting more on my social media about it, and told some friends. And I think I made like $3,000 in commission from referring everybody. I didn't know how to access the money.
Right.
That's the thing. I could not find a way to access the money, and no one could tell me how can you get access to the pay cricket card or whatever the case may be inside the Bahamas. And from there it was just like, all right, you know
Yeah,
what,
for
fuck
anyone
that.
that doesn't know, apparently like banking in the Bahamas and like getting
Yep.
cards, like say for instance, even for like banks or for Stripe or things like that can be
Hmm.
really complicated. So
Very complicated.
another like hurdle that JD had to overcome as well.
Hmm. That's been a big thing. And I'm gonna just skip a little and come back to that. But what I realized was third world countries is they can do most people can do the things that, okay, they that most people say, okay, this is how you can make 6 or 7 figures from. But it's like, okay, now how do I get access to the things I need to be able to do that? Like
Right.
Stripe, PayPal, and some sort like ClickFunnels. ClickFunnels doesn't work properly in the Bahamas. Like you could pay for
Seriously.
it. Yeah, you could pay for it, set it up, but okay, now how would you be able to get payments? Because if you set up a normal PayPal, it's not going to work. So
Uh-huh.
you would have to be like, maybe find someone on Instagram who's an American and message them, hey, let's partner on this. And you just send me the money for Western Union. So it's like, I mean, there's always a way, but you're not just going to trust a stranger with money. So it's like, it's so hard to get started, but there's always ways around it, obviously. But not everyone knows this because this isn't what they teach us, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I did that, started making more money, and then I finally stopped fitness training. And the end of 2019, I got serious with the The little photography, videography business me and my bro had, Nathan, we launched like a marketing business as well, but it wasn't that deep. It was just where we did Instagram marketing for businesses, took photos for them, helped them with content, answered DMs from people for them, or respond to comments on their posts. And 2020, I got funded by this prop firm named FTMO. And it was $25,000 I was funded with. And I made my first $10,000 a month in 2020. I was like, damn, yeah, I'm never doing
That's
anything.
from trading for a prop firm?
Right.
Right, so you're passing a challenge that they have you do.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, so for anyone who doesn't know what is new to Forex trading, and you can reach out to JD as well. I'll have his Instagram link down below if you're interested in learning how to trade Forex. Uh, so explain to people what a prop firm is and how you can get funded by a prop firm and what it's like to pass a challenge. And this is what JD coaches people into learning is how to get so good, incredibly good at Forex trading, so that way you can pass these challenges. So explain to people like what that's like and how it is to like get good enough to like get to that level.
Um, so what a prop firm basically is companies, is people with money, they put together a business, right? And this business is called a proprietary firm. And what they now do is they give you access to a certain amount of capital, but you have to prove you can manage this capital. Now, there are a lot of new business models coming around, but the main one, the basic one that's been out for since day one, is a two-step evaluation. And what it is, where you have to pass phase one, which is where you have to make 10% or 8%. Is a lot of firms are doing 8% now, but back in the day it was 10%. Oh yeah, so what they do is you pass phase one. So now it's not this easy to pass, right? The average trader loses 90% of their capital or blow their whole account in 90 days of them trading.
Wow.
So to
This
pass
is
it,
why you need to mentor people,
exactly.
but most specifically if you want to get into Forex.
Yep. And I'm gonna just say something else as well. So when it comes with trading, it's exactly the way you treat your business, you have to treat trading. You get up every day, you study your clients, you study the market research, blah blah blah. You have to do this with trading in the beginning. It's the same thing with money management. When you get your business, you don't keep 100% of your profit. You put some back into the business for ads, etc., for teams.
Right.
Um, and then
You're
maybe
investing in yourself, paying yourself
exactly.
first.
Yep. And now doing this as well with the business money, are you spending all of your business money on fulfillments, or are you now saving some of that business money? So it's the same thing as well with trading. You got to think about it in percentages, think about it in, okay, now that you make this money, are you going to withdraw all of your profits or leave some of your profits in your account to handle drawdowns or a bad trading month? So this is almost how it is with a prop firm after you pass it. So after you pass phase one, let's say you made the 10%, you didn't lose more than 5% a day or 10% overall, you go into phase two, which is 5% of the account you need to make. They give you 60 days to pass this to make 5%. You can't lose more than 5% a day or 10% overall. Once you pass that, they give you their capital to trade. Now, the capital, they do not like send you money. They open an account with it and they put the funds inside of the account. And then what they do is they give you access to the account and you keep up to 80% of the profit at that time, at least. Now it's up to 95% of the profit you can keep with most prop firms. So from there, what you now do is you just trade it, and then at the end of the month, you can request your payout, and they'll just basically send it to buying crypto deal, whatever your payment method is. But what makes this easy is that, I mean, what makes this opportunity good is that you can get funded. Let's say the most smallest account is a $10,000 account. You can pay for that challenge for like $75. Again, once you pass it, you literally get your money back. But like I said, 90% of traders lose their money or lose 90% of their account in 90 days. So the average trader fails the challenges. So these companies make a shitload of money off of people just failing the challenges. And then the average trader, when they get funded, they blow their account because they never learned how to properly manage money or properly manage a trading account. So when they get access to $10,000, the first day they violate the 5% rule, account gone. So
Hmm.
it's like you said, this is why I need a mentor. And this is why most people need to, before they even get into something, watch a bunch of interviews from these different prop firms on how other traders pass their challenges or how they're managing their challenges, because then now you're going to get an understanding of, okay, maybe instead of me trying to get rich in one night with this capital, just aim for 2% a day. Because let's just say you make 10% a month on $100,000 account. That's $10,000 for the month you made.
Right.
And this is how most persons need to think about any trading account. You have $100 account and you only made $10 for the month. That's a lot of money. 10%, that's a lot on an account. Because I think with investors with the S&P 500, look for 3% a year. So
Mm-hmm.
10% a month is a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm,
That's very high return that. However you treat that amount of money and how responsible you are with it is like basically how the universe almost sees you as like, okay, are we gonna give her more money now? Is she like more responsible now? How is she treating her money now? Like, is
mm,
she overspending, or is she hoarding all of it, afraid that like no more is going to like come in as well? So yeah, it all comes back to that responsibility aspect, right? And how disciplined we are too with our money. Yes, have fun with it as
mm,
well, but like that discipline aspect, yeah. And I think like thinking about trading and as far as like how disciplined you are as a person, I know you talk a lot about like you don't trade with your emotions, right? So it's
right,
incredibly mental, and that's so masculine as well. And discipline is a very masculine thing, and we all need to like balance our masculine or feminine within ourselves, specifically if you own a business. And I
mhm,
think when it comes down to it, like you learning so much about psychology, right? And
mhm,
like learning a lot about like, okay, not trading with my emotions and being super conscious of that, I think that just created like a whole nother level of discipline within you to reach the heights that you're at now, where you're incredibly financially free, you're able to travel wherever you'd like you're able to afford things that are more, luxury, right?
right.
So I think it all, at the end of the day, as much as it's like, oh, this isn't fun, to have this discipline, it's like, would you rather do something that's really like hard for like a shorter period of time, or spend your entire life doing something that you hate because you didn't have the discipline to like work hard enough to enjoy like the finer things, right?
Mhm.
So I know you have to get going here soon. I don't want to hold you over too long 'cause you have a meeting that you need to get to. But anything else that you'd like to mention about like your journey and what really scaled you to, like, say for instance, like pulling on like getting on students and like
Ah,
selling
okay,
courses
yes.
and things like that. Like how is that for you, and how is like selling in that aspect?
I think what really got me onto it was that, so after I started making profit, I had friends that were like doctors and lawyers who started giving me their capital as well. That's what really helped me as well. So in the Bahamas, there's a lot of people that make a lot of money. Like obviously, like Mexico, we have a lot of people that make a lot of money, but they don't know what to do with it. You would never know they make money because they don't live above their means. They don't show it, you know. So once they found out I was doing this, they started giving me capital. And what happened was when they started to see returns, obviously they wanted to learn it. They started telling their friends or whatever the case may be. And this was after I joined the MLM the second time. I brought most of them on, but most of these MLMs are just, at least at that time, and that's why I'm not going to say the name of it because I wouldn't want to do that, but it's just pure motivation. Oh, you need to get rich. You need to do this. You just sleeping all day. Like, bro, telling me this bullshit I already know. Teach me what I need to do, right? So
Right.
just full of these whole motivation bullshit. That's not going to make you any money. Like, fuck, I'm broke. That's enough motivation right there. Tell me what I need to do. So, um, after seeing Julian Alexander, I bought his course on it was a course creator. I don't remember the exact name of it, but he was teaching videographers and photographers how to scale their business and make money online. Seeing his whole setup, I'm like, damn, what if I could put all my knowledge like this into a program and sell it for like 497 or whatever the case may be? Obviously, the algorithm works. You start seeing more entrepreneurs online selling their programs, teaching you to do this, blah, blah, blah. And created my first program. I used Thinkific because Thinkific was free at the time. And after doing that, I program was garbage, man. I recorded everything via Zoom. Just me talking wasn't really much like what I have inside the program now. And I think I made like 15 to $25,000 those first 3 months. And I'm like, damn,
That's nice.
yeah, that's nice. All I'm
Your
doing is
first course, yeah.
yes. I'm like, wow, okay. And then Eric, I actually got his because he didn't have a course creator program at the time, but I think he's putting it together and he had like a special deal on it at the time. So this is how I first heard about him and met him because
Uh-huh.
his video popped up on my Instagram and I got
Yeah,
that from
I think one thing when it comes to like really building out courses and like really ones that are profitable as far as like I've worked with many like spiritual entrepreneurs and helped
him.
marketing for people that have courses and done high ticket marketing funnels, helped set up the systems to like have the back office for their courses. It's one of the things that I do. If you're interested in
Mhm,
that, feel free to contact me. But I think one of the things that really helps, one of the things I've learned as an entrepreneur is like, yeah, the specificity of like, what's the value that you're actually bringing them, and why is it different than what you can just learn on the internet, right?
mhm,
And most specifically, like, how is it like genuinely going to like help this person? And I genuinely believe like the more value you actually put into your courses, into your content, into whatever it is, the more you're actually like geared and aimed towards helping people, the more I believe that you're going to sell that. Not only because you're just like, okay, I actually really want to help my clients, but because
mhm,
I feel like the universe actually really receives that and leads people towards, hey, like we're going to lead some of the viewers of this podcast towards JD's, course to learn how to trade Forex. Where naturally, like the universe naturally draws people towards, and the more you can actually provide value for people, I believe the right people will be set in your path and vice versa.
that's true. Yep, I agree. I my really Christian friends, I tell them it's an automation system God have set up with the universe, right? Because you have a lot of people that, oh, it's not universe, it's God. But yes, obviously God is the co-creator, God is within all this, right? He has set these things in place. You don't believe that we can create AI systems and God hasn't created his own system with the universe to respond to things for him. That would be stupid, that would be stupid to think that he didn't do that. So like you said, like how this respond to that, I just tell them simplest way to avoid an argument is that this is an automation system God has set up with the universe.
That's a very interesting way to think about it.
And that makes so much sense what you said, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know if you believe this or not, but I genuinely believe like every single one of my clients that has come to work with me, I feel like there is some sort of divine reason for that. And I see them grow not only with whatever we were setting up for them or whatever, I was helping them with marketing wise or coaching wise or abundance wise. I also see them growing within their personal life. And it's like a big, like drastic change. And I'm like, I reflect back on it in like a month or so, couple weeks, and I'm like, wow, yeah, there was a reason why I was like meant to connect with that person or that person was meant to connect with me. Do you ever feel that with your students as well?
Sometimes, yes. Sometimes, yes. This is one I'm working with now. Uh, Dude quit his job and everything after he made his first $1,000, and it's like every day he's on it. And last week I wasn't really feeling like trading. I'm like, man, this dude fucking motivated me to just up my game even more.
Yeah, sometimes those high level clients will do that. They'll put you
Like
on the next level.
it's crazy. That's crazy. That's a mutual beneficial agreement right there. Unsaid,
Yeah,
unsaid. It's crazy.
most
Yeah.
definitely. So tell the people how they can work with you and how they can purchase your course or get mentorship with you and what they get out of that.
All right. Well, if you want to purchase my course, you can just obviously go over to my Instagram. That's the easiest way. And just click the link in the bio. And it's 4xprofit.com, but it's the number 4x and a profit like a Messiah. Like you, yeah, the Messiah tells people the future and who to do this and what to do that. So it's like, okay, 4x profit. And for mentorship, you would actually have to apply. I don't really work with anyone anymore, just because I require a certain level of commitment. You have to be able to put in a certain amount of hours a day. You have to have a certain amount of money. So the course would be the best way for anyone to get started with this. I basically go over technical analysis, price action, fundamental analysis, market sentiment, psychology, trade management, how to actually get funded by a prop firm and how to pass it, how you maintain the account. You also get access to my community where we do live trading calls every month. You also get access to trade ideas where my business partner Sultan, he's a student of mine, and dude is profitable. He's funded about $400,000 right now. So he also follows the blueprint and he works with you inside the group chat, helping you to get to this level. Now, the mentorship is a bit more personal. It's where I guarantee within 6 months you're going to be making $5,000 to $10,000 minimum a month, and it can be more. It's all based on how much money you come to start with, but that's more of a guaranteed mentorship. And it's just the reason how I keep it guaranteed is because I only work with a select few of people, because not everyone can give that commitment level of trading. Some people give up, right? It's because, okay, maybe this is too much to learn, or maybe it requires me to give up going out on the weekends because I need a back test on the weekends to understand the trades that I did throughout the week. And not everyone can do this, but everyone can do this, but not everyone is committed to doing it. So I guess that's what that part would be. But if anyone wants to reach out to me, my Instagram is the easiest way to get in contact.
Awesome. And I will leave all of his links down below as well, so you can check them out that way as well.
I appreciate that.
You're so welcome. Thank you so much for coming on. You have such an inspirational story, and the amount of discipline and like sheer motivation within this guy is literally amazing. Like he's always doing something. Like it doesn't matter what time of the night or day, like he's always working on something. So, yeah, thank you for coming on, JD.
I appreciate that a lot.
And thank you for sharing your story vulnerably too. That takes a lot.
And like I said, I feel really comfortable around you where, I can be myself. It wasn't like where, okay, I have to hold back. Because when you meet someone, you act a certain way, obviously. You don't just be straight up who you are, because not everyone should get 100% of you, right? But
Right.
after like a day or two, like I felt really comfortable around you. So this was nothing. I really appreciate that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I love to really make people feel comfortable being themselves. That's really like, well, not only that, I mean, I feel that with you as well, genuinely, and like you open up. Um, but I also love to hold space for people. And I find that my clients really love to do that as well, and they get so much out of it. Vulnerable can you be with someone? How open can you be with someone? And how authentic can you be with someone? Because that's what feminine energy is. It's really like speaking your truth, no matter what it is, and what your desire is, or what your experience is. And naturally, you doing that, it opens your heart, and you're going to magnetize people and opportunities and abundance towards you in ways that you never imagined possible. So I love to provide people a space to do that, um, to give them a jump start, and also just to be there for them.
And I gotta give a shout out to you for what you do as well with the TikTok space as well too. You slaughtered the TikTok space, and you like I told you, inspired me as well to even get started with posting on TikTok and stuff more. I think I told you that already. So shout out to you for for that as well, because of that now I am posting more on TikTok.
Thank you. Yeah. That for anyone that doesn't know, that's how I basically started building my business. Was I decided to start posting on TikTok. And I started to teach people how to do high ticket marketing on TikTok. So things like, first off, I started like selling courses, like other people's courses, so like affiliate marketing for commission. But then from there, I learned how to high ticket market other people's courses and teach them. And it's just this crazy journey of becoming so incredibly disciplined for myself, being on my own, really on my own for the first time in my life. So like being like, kind of in a space where I didn't have too many close friends around me, didn't have too many close family members like approve of what I was doing, and really
Mm-hmm.
just pushing myself to every day saying, "Hey, I'm gonna post."
Mm-hmm.
And that following eventually led me to grow the rest of my business and mentor people and help people get like thousands of views. I have clients, high level clients like you're talking about, that push me, right? just like, you
Mm-hmm.
know, you can become inspired by them. After working with them for a few weeks on my TikTok membership program, that's another thing that you can sign up for me as well. DM me if you're interested to grow your TikTok account to, you know, thousands of views and thousands of followers in a short amount of time. um I had, you know, her get like, you know, results of getting like 8K views in just like a few short weeks after following my technique. So it's like it's really inspiring to see. Yeah, there are many entrepreneurs I've been around, even Kelsey, who've just been inspired to like grow their TikTok after like talking with me and being around me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really, thank you for that compliment. Yeah, TikTok has been a big part of my entrepreneurship journey for sure.
Wow. Yeah, that is clutch, man. That is really clutch.
Right. Well, you probably have to get going here. So
Yeah, I
don't
do.
you?
Yeah.
You have a meeting, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was so incredibly lovely having you on. And tell the people again one more time your Instagram so they know where to find you for all of their Forex needs and to get mentorship from you.
My Instagram is Mr. like MR Kill Kill the as in DA Markets. Mr. Kill the Markets.
Awesome. That's great. Okay. Well, thanks so much for coming on, JD, and I hope you
Thank
have
you
an
for having
amazing
me.
rest of your day. You're so welcome.